Most edits don't lose attention because they are bad. They lose it because of one decision. You've probably focused on this before, like cutting faster, smoother transitions, and better music, trying to make your videos feel more engaging. But if you're honest, nothing really changes. That's because attention is not a style problem, it's a decision problem. So let's get into it. Okay, this is what most people are working with. Now let's see what happens when we edit it in 3 different ways. But first, let's set the story up. This is the story of an old Nepalese dumpling technique. Apparently, it's been lost. There are no written instructions, only fragments of how it was once made. It was once said the perfect dumpling could determine status, skill, or even acceptance. But the method has disappeared. Alright, what's wrong here? This isn't bad, it's just unmanaged. There are pauses, but they don't create anticipation, they just exist. And the action is clear, but nothing is being emphasized. So everything feels the same. So let's start editing. In this version, I'm editing the sequence the way most beginner editors would. I start by trimming everything down to just the action, the do, the feeling, and the fold. Okay, look at this sequence. Every cut happens after the movement completes. Nothing overlaps and nothing interrupts. Notice the rhythm. Each step gets equal time. Flatten, fill, fold, and repeat. I have removed every hesitation, every micro mistake, and every pause that doesn't serve the sequence. Even the pacing is controlled. It's not rushed and not slow. It's just consistent. Now let's watch it once more. There's music underneath, but it stays out of the way. Also, there are no surprises and no moments that demand your attention. Everything flows and it's easy to watch. And that's exactly the problem. This version is technically solid. Clean cuts, clear sequence, and no friction. But it's also invincible. There is no tension in when I cut and no curiosity in what I show. And that gives your brain no reason to lean in. You are not anticipating the next shot because the pattern is already predictable and you understand it instantly, so you mentally check out. This is what most beginner editors aim for, and it's where attention dies, because clarity holds attention for a moment, but curiosity is what keeps it, and this edit has none. This is edit B, Same footage, but completely different thinking. Now I'm cutting for stimulation. I'm using faster cuts before your brain fully processes the last shot, and punching zooms to force emphasis. Okay, look at this sequence. Every action gets a highlight and every bit gets reinforced. Even the smallest moment gets treated like it matters. Look at this. I'm adding a little bit of motion just to keep the frame alive. The music isn't just sitting underneath anymore. It's driving the cut and pushing the cut forward. Now watch how often something changes on screen. Cut, zoom, cut, movement, cut. No stillness and no rest. Only constant input. And yeah, it feels engaging. This version grabs you harder. It has more cuts, more motion, and more intensity. And for a moment, it works. But watch what happens when I scrap through. Every decision is reactive. Something happens, so I cut. Something moves, so I zoom. Something lands, so I punch in. The edit is chasing the footage and not leading the viewer. So your brain adapts. It realizes nothing matters more than anything else. And every moment is loud, which means nothing is important. And when everything is trying to grab attention, the audience starts to feel tired instead of engaged. This is edit C. It looks quieter because there are fewer cuts and more space. But it's not slower, it's controlled. Watch this moment. I don't cut when the action finishes. I cut before your brain expects it to. So now you are completing the motion in your head. That's engagement. Here, I don't show the feeling right away. I let you wander for half a second. And that gap, tiny but deliberate, that's curiosity. Now notice the silence. No constant music telling you how to feel. Because silence makes you pay attention. And instead of constant movement, I choose one moment to emphasize on. Just one shift tied to meaning and not rhythm. This is the only version that actually holds attention. Not because it's faster or louder, but because it creates anticipation. Every cut here does one of three things. Either it holds information, reveals something, or interrupts your expectation. Nothing here is random or just to keep it interesting. In edit A, you understood everything immediately, so you checked out. In edit B, everything fought for your attention, so you got tired. And in this one, you were slightly off balance the whole time, so you were waiting, guessing, and engaged. Attention is not about speed, it's anticipation. So which one felt longest? Which one made you aware of the edit? And which one made you forget time? Let me know in the comments. If your edits feel flat, it's not because they are too slow. It's mostly because your cuts don't mean anything yet. My name is Law, and see you in the next video.